Great. And Bor, can you remind me what's the pitch length on stage?
2.5 minutes again.
12 minutes. Okay. All right. So
No,
let
no,
me
2.5 minutes.
2.5. Okay, I was like, whoa.
Yes.
Okay, 2.5 is great. 2.5 is perfect. So at demo day, we also keep length at 2 to 2.5. So that's very good. All right. So don't number one that I'm going to go over is it's important that when you're going through a process that you kind of step away from the slides first. It's very obvious to us as investors when something, especially on a competition, was created slides first. People create, like, go on the internet, they find the slides that say, problem, solution, market, and these are not compelling, and these are not a good place to start because it's really, especially for a 2.5 minute pitch, it's more important to figure out right away, like, what is the single takeaway of my pitch? Like, what are people going to remember after my pitch? So if it's, is it traction? Is it your team? Is it something that's really special? And the worst thing you can do is try to have too many takeaways of your pitch. And that's probably the number one mistake we see is too many details, overly going over product, and not being very clear about what the audience and what the judges and what the investors are going to remember. So instead of kind of opening a PowerPoint file and going right into it, I always tell people, like, take out a journal, take out a piece of paper, and write down, like, what if I went up to somebody after your pitch and asked them, what do you remember about this pitch? What would you want them to say? And definitely a takeaway is always like, is it clear? And if it's clear, then what is now very interesting about this team, or this traction? So that's the first don't.